Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. We are in the end of days, the final generation, the last few moments. We're in a very special time, and we're very lucky to be living in this time. And we have to thank the Almighty for giving us this privilege. What should we expect? What should we prepare for? What is going on in the world, the current events, the prophecies? How can we prepare ourselves? And what should we expect in the coming moments with the coming of Mashiach? Well, first of all, my friends, we have to understand that we have to expect the unexpected. The way it's going to be revealed, the way Mashiach's going to be revealed is, of course, going to be a surprise. We know what has to happen. We know a lot of details and specifics that have to happen. But the way in which they're going to happen, how they're going to be revealed, and the experience of it is going to be a surprise. And that's what's so beautiful about it. It's like a baby, a young child, when you give them a surprise party. Part of the beauty of it is the surprise. The baby knows he's having a birthday. The child knows he's having a birthday. He expects something. He hopes for something. But the way, the surprise itself catches him off guard, and that's part of the beauty. So the exact moment that Mashiach comes, we don't know the exact moment. We hope it's immediately. And may it come immediately. We have the power to accelerate this process. We could bring Mashiach faster by our positive deeds. We know that Mashiach is going to come in Hesech Hadas, meaning he's going to come when we're not aware of it. It says in the Gemara, there are three things that catch a person totally off guard. Three things. Beautiful example to help us understand this point. It says, winning the lottery catches you completely off guard. Getting bit by a poisonous snake, God forbid, catches a person totally off guard. And the coming of Mashiach. Just like winning the lottery, it catches a person completely off guard. They hope for it, but they don't know when. They don't expect it at that moment. So too the Mashiach coming is going to catch us off guard. It's a beautiful Hasidic interpretation. Is Hesech Hadas. It's when we, when our knowledge is going to be turned away from it. We're not going to expect it. It means also when we go above our das, we go above our intellect. That's how Mashiach is going to come. When we stop limiting ourselves to our own thoughts, our own calculations, our own mind, we rise above and experience our soul. That's when Mashiach is going to come. Now, to understand as well, there's obviously a lot of current events that are, manifesting and are a part of this experience of the Mashiach, the facilitation of the coming of Mashiach. And this is, we see a lot of attention towards Israel. We see a lot of stuff with Iran, Israel, all the little proxies of Iran that are threatening Israel, and all the attention and how the world, such a focus on the Holy Land. We see that this is also a part of the coming Mashiach, that there's this focus on the Holy Land. There's a recognition of the significance of this land. Whether these people's intentions, whether it's the Jewish people's attention towards the land of Israel, or it's the people who are trying to harm, God forbid, the Jewish people, we see that nonetheless there's a recognition, a attention towards the land of Israel. This is because this is where it's all going to go down. This is going to be where the show's going to go. The show's going to take place, is in the land of Israel. Now, what I was saying about what's going to happen when Mashiach comes is we're going to go into a greater time, a better era. We're going to go into the Messianic Era, the time we've all been waiting for. It's going to be a better time, a better place. It's going to be a spiritual experience, and there's going to be different aspects to it. The Rambam says the beginning of the Messianic Era is not going to right away be open miracles. The world as we know it's still going to continue. The physicality and the nature of the world is still going to continue. But there's going to be a tremendous revelation. The whole world is going to be aware of God. The Messiah is going to come, who's going to be a prophet like Moses. And we're all going to not have any financial burdens or wars or distractions or illnesses. And we're going to be able to learn and study Hashem's Torah, the Bible, all day long. And we're going to be in such a spiritual, ecstatic state at all times. But we have to also realize that then there's also going to be the building of the third temple, which is going to facilitate and cause a revelation of God into the world. The temple has the Holy of Holies. It's a place where God's glory is manifested. God reveals himself in this place, and it shines out and spreads outwards into the world, meaning the whole world experiences godliness, feels God, feels this ecstatic state of godliness when there's the temple built. So while there won't be, the world will still continue as we know it, there still will be miracles in the sense that God will be revealed. Then we're going to go into a state where more miracles are going to start to manifest. More open revelations are going to take place. And then there's of course going to be the prophecy of Isaiah that death is going to be swallowed up forever. there's also something very important, that there's going to be a new era. After the Messianic Era, there's going to be a new level after, still part of the Messianic Era, but a new step into a new revelation, a new era within that era. And that is going to be a major event that's going to take place, and it's going to be the resurrection of the dead, Tchias HaMesim, which is a principle of Judaism. It's a main belief in Judaism. A person who does not believe in this, in the resurrection of the dead, their whole faith is on the line. Their whole connection to Hashem is severely harmed by this. A person is obligated to believe in the resurrection of the dead. This is a major event, and a true principle of faith, our connection, our belief in God, is He will resurrect the dead. We say it every day in our prayer. In the Amidah prayer, we say Baruch Atah Hashem Mechaya Mesim. We say Hashem's name. We're only allowed to say Hashem's name when we're commanded to do so. And here we say it: Blessed are you, Lord, resurrector of the dead, who resurrects the dead. We literally have such faith in God, it's as if He's resurrecting the dead right now. And this will take us into a new revelation. We're literally going to see people who have passed away return to their bodies. And we know that there's two levels of heaven, Gan Eden, Olam Haba, the world to come, the afterlife, so to speak. There's the afterlife, the Gan Eden, when a person passes away now before the Mashiach is revealed. They go up, their soul returns to its source and experiences a reward for all their positive deeds, and experiences through that reward a full-on revelation of the Lord, revelation of God, and they experience and they understand, they grasp godliness. This is a very high level. So the revelation of the Shekhinah. And this is something this is the heaven until Mashiach comes. And then when Mashiach comes, there's then going to be the resurrection of the dead, which is going to be an even greater revelation, even higher, an infinitely even greater revelation, the most pleasurable experience possible. So then the Tzemach Tzedek asked the question, how is it that heaven's going to be even better when we come back into our bodies, when we know our bodies at first glance hide godliness? Our souls were above experiencing God. How could it be an even greater revelation down here on earth in a body, which we know this world is the lowest world? Tzemach Tzedek explains that really Hashem creates the world every moment, and He's going to change the reality of the world to make that this world, which is seemingly now the lowest world, is going to become the highest world, and the revelation of God is going to be even greater down here than up in heaven. There's a lot of beautiful topics. If this is too deep, I would recommend watching this video twice, 3 times, 4 times, as many times as it takes. So these ideas are sitting with you, one with you, because this is the world we're living in. This is the reality. This is what God is telling us to prepare for. This is us. This is you. And then there's going to be the Yom Shakura Shabbos in the year 6000. There's going to be, even after the resurrection, then in the year 6000, it's called the Yom Shakura Shabbos, the day that is all Shabbos, the everlasting Sabbath. Every day is going to be Shabbos, so to speak, the 8th day. And this will be in the year 6000. There's going to be a new revelation even higher than the resurrection of the dead. And that we can't really go into details because this is such lofty, deep ideas. We could just understand that it will be even higher than the resurrection of the dead. And this is something to be excited about. And we know that we're going to experience everlasting life. So basically, all of this is dependent on our actions right now. As great as these revelations, these realities will be, we will no longer have the same free will to serve God. The free will, which is the biggest gift you could give back to God to choose Him, is right now. All of the revelations that are coming are going to be through the platform, through the lens of what you do right now in your lifetime here on earth with your free will, when you actually choose to serve God. Because when Messiah comes, it's going to be open and obvious that God is running the world. So you choosing to do a good deed is not going to be so impressive to God, because it's going to be open. It's going to be obvious that God is real, that God is in charge, that God is judging every detail you do. But now, when God still, so to speak, at times hides Himself, we're in a world where we know God is real, we know He's with us, but there's tests and there's trials, and He hides Himself. There's darkness at times. Then, when you choose God, then you really see the light within the darkness. Then you really give something back to God, and we know that these are the most precious moments. So please, this is how you prepare. By living with Mashiach now already, by living like in a holy state, in a state with an awareness of God, that He's always around you, He's always observing you, He's always judging you, and that He is running the world, and you trust in Him. No matter what you're going through, He is going to bless you, whether it's financially, spiritually, in all aspects, health-wise, physically, emotionally. If a person's looking to get married, they should be blessed to get married. People need children, blessing for children, health, wealth, all the blessings. We have to recognize and believe and have trust and faith in the Almighty, that He is going to redeem us. That literally, no matter what you're going through, you trust that God's going to save you. He's going to turn the situation for the good. He's going to make the situation work perfectly. That is true faith. Not when things are going well, that you're happy, that it's going well and you believe. That's beautiful. But when things are tough, then there's a trial. You have to trust in God. You have to say, Hashem, I know you're going to redeem me. I know you're going to make this situation perfect. Even if your calculations say, no. Say, I don't care. I'm not going to doubt you, the Almighty. You are running the world. Every inch of the world is under your reign. And this is how we prepare for the coming Mashiach. Take a little bit more time in your focus and your davening, your praying. Give a little bit to charity. And bring Mashiach. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope you like this message. Let's spread it to the world, make it go viral. The Rebbe says that we're in the final generation. The way to prepare the world for this is to spread the coming of Mashiach with the Jewish people in the world, to talk about the coming of Mashiach, and to prepare the Gentiles, to teach the Gentiles about the 7 laws of Noah, the non-Jews, that they have to follow the 7 universal laws of Noah for all of mankind, that they are also involved in this mission to bring Mashiach, and they have a relationship with the Almighty. We have to share this message with the world. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Please give a donation if you can to the Torah Channel to help support us, to help us go even further in our mission. Any amount is infinitely appreciated, and surely the Almighty will bless you. And all of your wealth will be elevated through this. That we know that when we give charity, it elevates all of our wealth. May Hashem bless you all. God bless you. Thank you all so much. May we experience these revelations immediately with the coming of Mashiach. Let's be a part of it. You can be a part of the coming Mashiach. Every deed you do, every good deed you do brings Mashiach infinitely closer. God bless you all.